Hey guys, it is Friday and it's 5:43 p.m. You just saw me at the doctor's office. One Medical has a location up in West Hollywood, which is the closest to where I'm staying right now. I told you guys in the last vlog I had a little infection where the nail is. Since last weekend, it became an abscess, which means it was a little puddle of pus. Started building up more and more till it was just like this huge white spot under my nail. So I decided yesterday I should go to the doctor and get it like checked out in person. I did the tele-doc thing and they gave me like the cream, but they said if it gets any worse, go to the office. So I did that. I just went there like you saw. I read a little bit about this already, is that to drain it, usually what they would do is give you some thing to like numb your finger first. They would like make a small cut, they would drain it all off, they would rinse it with saline solution. It sounds pretty standard. When I was in there, he was prepping all the stuff and he asked me, oh, like, do you like usually faint when you get your blood drawn? And I said, no, I get my blood work done every 3 months because I'm a prep. It's never been any big deal. So he starts doing it. He has to stick the needle in like 4 different places for the numbing. And the worst was when he went to like the left and the right of my finger, it like hurt quite a bit. So that part was kind of painful. But then the numbing took in or whatever. And then when he was going to like make the incisions or the cuts, I just thought, it's not a good idea that I look at it. So I didn't look at it. And then that part was done. Afterwards though, when he was like, I guess squeezing everything out, I looked down and I was like, okay, well, it's a little messy, but like, okay, it's all drained out. So he's saying like, how is being drained out, blah, blah, blah. Then he proceeds to put my hand into like this little bucket thing and he was doing like the saline solution. Here's where it gets interesting. So he was doing that and I was just like, whatever. I didn't think that much about it. I wasn't like consciously freaked out about it. And then suddenly I felt hungry. Have you ever had low blood sugar and then you just have this like particular feeling when your blood sugar is kind of low, like you haven't eaten something for a long time? So I started got that. I'm thinking, it's been a little while since I ate food and I haven't had that much food today. So like, okay, I should just like really get some food right after this. And then I started seeing like some black spots. And then I was like, feeling a little dizzy. And I thought about that for like a few seconds. And then I remember saying to the doc, I don't know if this is related, but I'm feeling kind of dizzy. The next thing I remember was waking up as if like I was knocked out, and then my hand was no longer in the bucket. My hand was just on my legs, on my lap. And then the doctor was handing me little tiny can of orange juice. So when I did that, I was like, oh, I must have like blacked out, which is like exactly what happened. Apparently, there's a medical term for this. I can't pronounce it, so I'll put it in text down here when I do the editing later. And I wasn't aware that I was like so freaked out by looking at my sliced up finger. Like when I looked at it, it was like, yeah, like obviously there's like a little bit of blood and he was doing whatever, but I didn't actively think that it was like freaking me out or anything. Yeah, apparently I shouldn't be looking at things like that. And then I like blacked out because of like the trauma or the stress of it. So that was kind of fun. And then gave me orange juice. And then he said to like just sit in the waiting room for like 10 minutes. I'll check on you again. Afterwards, he got my blood pressure and my heart rate. And he's like, is your blood pressure usually kind of low? Like, are you a runner? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, yours is like a little bit low. Looked at my heart rate, it's like, it's like 50-ish, which is like kind of sort of So he asked me to like, okay, hang around for like another 10 minutes, I'll check up on you again. And then I felt a little bit better. He gave me another can of orange juice, tiny little cute cans of orange juice. No, apple juice, this is apple juice. It was a 4 o'clock appointment for something, I guess it was not super typical. This probably took like 25 minutes, but I was at the doctor's for, well, it's 5:48 now. So I was at the doctor's for like over an hour because I like blacked out, and then I had to like just hang around to make sure that I was okay to like leave the doctor's office. So it's all done now. This is all done. I feel like an itsy bit tired, kind of headachy. So I was Googling online this condition, and some of the contributing factors was dehydration and hunger. I'm like, I was a little bit hungry. Before I left the house, I was thinking, do I have time for a little bit of food? No, I'm gonna be late. So I had my egg sandwich, which is like my standard thing for breakfast now. And then I also had yogurt, like blueberries, yogurt. And I had my protein shake in the morning. I didn't have a ton of water, to be completely honest. Today was just like all meetings. It was like a busy Friday. I had so many meetings today. By the time I was finished all my meetings, I had to like get some emails out. I had to basically call the Uber to go because I know it takes forever to call Ubers. And luckily today, it didn't take that long. It only had to wait like a couple of minutes for a driver to pick up. But I was worried like, oh, it's gonna be like the other times where I have to like wait 10 minutes for a car. But it was fine. The message is take care of yourself. I am not as tough as I think I am, at least compared to this. Like I get my blood work done every 3 months before they renew your prescription for another 3 months. And it's not like I'm always super intently staring when they're like drawing the blood. I don't look when they're putting the needle in, but like after they do that, sometimes I glance over when they're drawing the blood and it's like, it's been fine. I think this was like a lot more graphical than the blood draw, and also because when he had to put in like the whatever you call it to like numb my finger, he had to put it in like there and then to the left and right of the nail. To the side of the nail was really painful. So yeah, that was painful. So that might have contributed. And then later on, when he was all done slicing it up and I was looking down, I guess it did look kind of messy and it was like kind of bloody. So that probably triggered it too. It's much more graphic than blood draw. So that's probably why. I am gonna take it easy for the rest of the day. I just got back to the Airbnb. I just ordered pho because I was like, okay, my house is actually, we're out of food. There's like one tiny little like low calorie microwave thing in the fridge. I still have some yogurt and blueberries. That's almost the extent of all the food. I have a few slices of bread left and then protein powder. So I was like supposed to need to order more food or something. I'm only here till Tuesday morning. So the funding went through. I got the email from the lender and my realtor this morning that it's funded. So like the loan part of it is completely done. The bank has dispersed money. We're gonna pick up the keys on Monday, but I think I am just gonna take it easy for the rest of tonight. I've ordered my favorite comfort food. So I got pho and I got fried spring rolls or egg rolls. And then I also got banh mi. Banh mi is the Vietnamese sandwich. Okay, I'm gonna go rest. Bye.